Hello, Libra. Welcome to your monthly reading for March 2025. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right into it, Libra. Welcome to the most bonkers, game-changing, life-changing, new era-making month of 2025. This is when 2025 starts. If you saw your annual forecast, I said it's 25 is going to start in March, and we're here, okay? January, a little slow. February, a little slow. There were a lot happening there, but this is also the beginning of the astrological calendar. Anyway, this month is so big for you, Libra. I want you to know that. And it is going to be one of the biggest, most defining months of 2025. I mean, I got to tell you what's happening here. This is why it's so life-changing, okay? A, it's eclipse month. We have 2 eclipses. B, Venus will be retrograde in Aries. Mercury will be retrograde in Aries, overlapping the solar eclipse in Aries, where the sun is in exaltation because we're moving into Aries season, where Chiron is as well. So already you know Aries is your opposite sign. Therefore, most of March is going to be heavily emphasized on your partnerships and relationships, legal matters as well. This is all 7th house activity. Now, I'm not even done. That's a lot for March. What else is happening in March? We have a 2-week long conjunction with 4 to 7 planets, all at a given time throughout the month. On top of that, we have the sun conjuncting Saturn and Venus, and then later Mercury, and then Neptune. There are no oppositions this month, excluding the moon, right? With the lunations, there's always aspects, and that, also the lunar eclipse, it excludes that, but no oppositions and 1 square. And it's actually a good one. So there are no challenging aspects this month, but we do have retrogrades and eclipses. And if you saw your 2025 forecast, you know that I said it's going to be a major year because we have 4 outer planets changing signs in such a compressed period of time. No one in modern human history has experienced a year like 2025. And the first of those 4 outer planets changes signs this month. That would be Neptune moving into Aries. Again, partnerships and relationships, that's what Aries represents for you. So if you want to change, you've come to the right month. There is going to be change. All right? And so I want to make that very clear. You're going to go through a lot of changes, especially within you, because we have all this Piscean energy, okay? In your 6th house too. So that is everyday activities, your routines. Things are changing, Libra. All right. So get excited. Now, one thing that's happening before we even get here, remember, and you're probably, I'm releasing this video in February. You probably haven't even gotten to the point yet, but February 27th, the new moon in Pisces, that kicks off the month. Remember, I think I told you in a recent live stream, all the new moons, including this eclipse that's happening this month, all at the end of every month. Therefore, for the next 6 months, therefore, you feel it in the month after. And so what happened here, you had one of the best new moons in Pisces, right? You're going to, that happened the 27th of February. So you're going to feel the energy of that with all the Pisces conjunctions the first 2 weeks. And that is your 6th house of everyday activities, also work, health, pets. A lot happening here. Let's get started, Libra. I'm looking at what's going on for you. I'm like, wow, it's a lot. All right, so Saturday, March 1st, Venus officially goes retrograde in Aries. Now, Venus is your ruling planet. So will this have an impact on you more than other signs? Absolutely. Absolutely. You and Taurus, you both share Venus. But what you don't share with Taurus is that you're a cardinal sign like Aries. This Venus retrograde is going to have a really big impact on you, okay? It's at 11 degrees. It's not a typical Venus retrograde. And that's why I want you to buckle up, because what I'm about to tell you is going to be, right? A lot happening. So Venus goes retrograde on the 1st. She's going to move back into Pisces on March 27th, yeah? Go direct in Pisces April 12th, where she'll be until April 30th, then move back to Aries April 30th to June 5th. So you see, this is Venus flip-flopping between only 2 signs for the next 5 months, which happens to be in Aries. It's starting in Aries in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So what is Venus retrograde? Venus retrograde is reassessing relationships, rethinking relationships, even your ideas and thoughts or approach, all of that, okay? This is the Bachelorette going back and forth between 2 bachelors, okay? Venus in Aries, by the way, Venus retrograde in Aries, that's very like, what do I want? Venus retrograde in Pisces, which is going to happen, that's more like, who's going to sweep me off my feet? But even for you, it's still going to be something where you're considering very highly as part of your everyday activities, being in a relationship. And when I say that, yes, it can be work related, not love all the time. It can be work, whatever resonates with you. It could be a creative partner, whatever it is. Venus is retrograde all month in her weakened state. So you will spend a lot of time reassessing what brings you pleasure and what you desire, especially relationships. If you are single, by the way, good time to not commit to a relationship, okay? You can date and have fun with it, but you know this retrograde, it's going to be a while, all right? And as you know, in your weekly forecast that will be, coming out every week, we'll go a little deeper. I just have to let you know this, Libra, because again, you're going to be one of the most affected by this. And I did a video on Venus retrograde. I'll leave it at the end of this video, description box, a lot more information there, okay, what you can expect. And with that said, also think back to 2017, the last time Venus was retrograde in Aries. You'll see some themes come up. On the 2nd, Sunday, March 2nd, we got Mercury conjuncting Neptune in Pisces. Mercury has a megaphone at this point. This is big. This is anything that you're communicating, thinking, speaking, writing, you're going to feel it from your soul. It's emotionally moving. It's all in Pisces. It's, for writers and artists, this is huge, really big. A lot of y'all, any creative type, okay? You could be the, CEO of a startup. Your creativity off the charts. Mercury, remember, is storytelling. Neptune in Pisces is very much a fairy tale, so keep your foot in the ground, all right? But you can always use this to your advantage. Let's say you are a writer. I mean, you've got Jupiter and Gemini in your 9th house of publishing and broadcasting. Maybe you're starting your own YouTube channel. Maybe you're starting a podcast, writing a book. Use this, okay? Use it. I mean, this is great if you're writing like a fantasy novel, a science fiction novel. Use your imagination. Like, this is big, okay? We'll talk more about it in your weekly forecast, because on Monday, March 3rd, Mercury officially moves into Aries. Now, Libra, I've got to tell you, you're going to be like, oh, but what? Because Mercury in Aries, Mercury is going to retrograde in Aries March 14th and do the same thing Venus did, okay? The exact same thing. Mercury will go direct April 7th for 1 week in Pisces, yeah? Then go back to Aries April 15th, where he'll be there until May 10th. This is all your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So you see that you've got both Mercury and Venus retrograde at the same time. Libra, I just want to let you know, okay? Mercury in Aries, by the way, that is confidence. That's bold. That's speaking, thinking with confidence and being very direct and actually just knowing what you want, okay? You're in a drive-through at In-N-Out Burger. You're going to be like, I want meal 2, meal 3. I want small fries. This, I want that ice cream, cookies, that. Done. No dilly-dally. That's Mercury in Aries, okay? You're going to be very, very to the point. Um, and remember, Aries is very enterprising, is very pioneering, and there's this great enthusiasm, right? You're going to feel, especially for partnerships, relationships, legal matters, and also it can be just one-on-one connections like your best friend or sister, whatever it is. But just know that Mercury in Aries can be a little bit aggressive, so just be that. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. All right. Now, but get what you deserve, right? Everything that you deserve, now is the time. All right. Manifest, set intentions, dream big. Friday, March 7th, the sun is going to trine Mars. You are going to love this. Mars is no longer retrograde. No longer retrograde. You got the powers of Mars. Mars is in Cancer, as you know. In your 10th house of career and fame, public recognition, your reputation, honors, achievements, while the sun is in Pisces. Remember, your 6th house of everyday activities and work, as in your duties and responsibilities when it comes to work, colleagues, employees, all of that right here. So you've got some really big work stuff. This is an excellent trine. And remember, Mars is moving slowly, even though he's direct, so we're going to feel this for a while. You're lucky to have this. This is amazing. It's also life force energy. We're talking about the sun here and Mars, which is physicality too. You're going to have this physical drive, this physical stamina. So please use it. Go for a walk. Do some like meditative moments while you go for a walk. Do some gardening. Go to the gym. Put on those shoes where every toe has its own sleeve. You do you, but please be active around this time as well. Now, Wednesday, March 12th, we have the sun conjunct Saturn. Now, like I said, once a year aspect, big. This is rare because we are coming after Mercury conjunct Saturn, Venus conjunct Saturn, Mars trine Saturn. Remember, Saturn is building you this bridge. Hugely. This is big, okay? And it gives you a lot more authority as well. But again, this is in your 6th house of everyday activities, work, health. You know that now, all right? And the sun conjunct Saturn, just to let you know, Libra first, not a lot of Libras know that Saturn's actually exalted in your sign. Saturn is doing great stuff for you now. And you may find yourself being hardworking right now. Yeah? Because there is a sense of like with the sun conjunct Saturn, like accolades, achievements. Look what I did, right? Even validation from bosses, authorities. You're definitely getting started with something new. Saturn is taking on like, you're taking on like more responsibilities, but to prove your worth and to say, Saturn, I deserve all the karma you're giving me. That's what's happening here. But this is when things get spicy. All right. Now, from this moment forward, Libra Nation, we not only have the sun conjunct Saturn, we have the sun conjunct Saturn, conjunct North Node, conjunct Neptune, all of that until March 20th. And then we've got Venus retrograde, conjunct Mercury retrograde in Aries for a few weeks. Again, partnerships, relationships, you're reassessing, rethinking. And this is all happening at the time of the lunar eclipse, okay? Our first eclipse of the year. This is big. It's happening Thursday, March 13th, 14th, depending on where you live. 24 degrees. And here's the thing. It's happening around midnight. And so truly, like, between those 2 days, the 13th and the 14th, mark it in your calendar. This is a big one, okay? 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's my time, okay? That's when it's at its maximum. Here, this is big. This is kicking off the Pisces Virgo nodal axis. Remember, the North Node, South Node moved into Pisces Virgo. This eclipse cycle happens every 19 years. Think about what happened for you, 2006, 2008, okay? It might be a little interesting for you, all right? Because, and I say those dates because, the eclipses repeat at nearly the exact degrees, every 19 years. This is in Virgo. It's in your 12th house, Libra. So what does that mean? The biggest thing that I want you to know is that this is the 12th house. This is beyond the physical plane, okay? The 12th house is very nebulous. It's intuition, it's dreams, it's healing, it's things happening behind the scenes for you as well. And there are lower expressions of the 12th house: self sabotage, hidden enemies, facing fears, things that you might have to do around this time because it's a lunar eclipse, which is 10 times the power of a full moon. Okay? And as we know, they illuminate and they are emotional. So this is a big one, and it is going to be part of your journey, your karmic journey. You're going to see things unfold. You've got to maybe, a week from now, 2 weeks from now, a month from now, 2 months from now. It's almost like even like there could have been one seed planted. Like maybe there's a conversation you have on this day that you don't even think twice about it, but it like snowballs into something bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you recognize it, like when we get to April, you're like, that was because of that eclipse in Virgo. Keep that in mind. It's really difficult having that in the 12th house to define because it's so nebulous. But this is the subconscious, and this is, remember, the healing path. And so eclipses bring truth to light. This is your awakening. This is your frequency. It's big. It's conjuncting the South Node. Pluto and Uranus actually are going to be in good places here. So something's got to go. It's a lunar eclipse up here. Okay. Eclipses are also game changers. So there may be the unexpected, right? They eclipse things from your life. Yet again, it is in your 12th house, Libra. So it's going to have to do with something up here. Your subconscious. You're unrooting something around this time. Sometimes it doesn't even happen to you. It happens to circumstances happening within your world. Like someone within your orbit could be impacted by this eclipse, that thereby, therefore you're impacted. So I really, really want you to pay attention to this lunar eclipse because it is in the 12th house. And that is the opposite sign of Pisces. And we have all this Piscean energy. So the lunar eclipse in Virgo is definitely, like Hugh Bruno Mars, right? You are beautiful just the way you are, Libra. All right? You know that. You know that. And I'm saying that because this eclipse, there is this sense of eliminating any sort of perfectionism, being hypercritical, self-critical on yourself, being hard on yourself, right? Talked about this in your 2025 forecast. I gave you a heads up, all right? And I think I did multiple times with this being in your 12th house. Remember, this is part of the nodal shift, the healing path. Virgo energy is very selfless. It's service to others. Again, see how this plays out because it is in your 12th house. So there may be something where it's also, you get those huge spike in your intuition about something around this time. It's your 12th house with a lunar eclipse. So I know I'm talking a lot about this, but for you, Libra, I just want to make sure that we're clear. All right. And if you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising, your moon, or, your husband, your kid, all the mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, and I'm throwing in Cancer. The moon is Cancer's ruler. They're all going to have the most impact. They're going to be affected the most with this particular eclipse. If you, Libra, have any planets or the moon in Virgo between 22 to 26 degrees, see what happens. See what happens. Okay. I do. My moon's in Virgo. This is going to have a big impact on me. Remember, the sun is conjuncting Saturn. Okay. In Pisces. So again, more mutable energy. Therefore, mutable signs are going to feel this a lot. But this is what's really interesting is that you have all this activity over here in Pisces, right? Pulling you in this direction, this sense of responsibility when it comes to work, your health, all of that, daily activities. But the full moon, which has a lot of power, the lunar eclipse, is pulling you this way, saying, you got to clear this up. We're going to end this before you continue further. All right? The sun will sextile Uranus, though. That's amazing. That's another reason why you, Libra Nation, will be going through some of the biggest changes, because of what's happening, and the fact that we have the sun Uranus sextile on Friday, the day after, but you're gonna feel it the day of the eclipse. That is your 8th house of death and rebirth and transformation. Now, you may actually have money stuff happening around this time. Pay attention, okay? Pay attention. Mercury goes retrograde that day as well. And we don't need to talk about Mercury retrograde. You know, you've gone through a lot. So, of course, we'll talk more about in your weekly forecast what Mercury retrograde in Aries will be like for you. Thursday, March 20th, we move into Aries season. This is huge. It's the equinox. We're starting the year 2025. Okay? Again, I talk a lot more about this in my last live stream. Happy spring. Happy fall if you're in the southern hemisphere as well. But now we've got Venus, Mercury, and the Sun all in Aries, a stellium of planets in Aries right before Neptune's about to move into Aries. The Sun is exalted in Aries where it does its best. Aries is the ram, right? It's all about I am. So, Libra, what do you want for yourself when it comes to relationships or in current relationships? And again, whatever relationship is resonating with you, whether it's romantically, career-wise, because you've got so much career stuff happening. Think about that. This is your time, okay? You're going to see things changing bigly, all right? Because at this point, you still have Saturn, Neptune, and the North Node conjunct in Pisces, and now the Sun, Mercury, and Venus conjunct in April until March 27th. And then on Saturday, March 22nd, the Sun will conjunct Venus in Aries. This is one of your biggest moments, Libra. The Sun conjuncting Venus, your ruling planet in Aries, the sign of partnerships and relationships, what Venus rules. Big. Please plan something this day. Very romantic. It's a gift from the universe. And if not romantic, if you're not here for love, put wheels in motion for creative projects, something for work or money. It's Venus that represents all of that. And like I said, Aries is very entrepreneurial. Make things happen, all right? Put wheels in motion. Tuesday, March 25th. Let me skip that. We're going to go to March 27th. But one thing that I'm going to tell you, oh, by the way, did I tell you this? If you're new to my channel, I'm giving you your astrological forecast. Then I'll do your spread. Then I break it down week by week and I pull more cards. And I tell you a lot more aspects. Because this obviously clearly is not it. These are just the main things. But there are so many Pluto sextiles that you're going to love. And this is one of the reasons why I think that Libras are here for love and romance or work, because all Pluto is in Aquarius in your 5th house. You had fireworks go off when Pluto left Capricorn. That wasn't easy for you. Pluto in Capricorn. Now Pluto's in your BFF sign, Aquarius, fellow air sign, your 5th house of true love and romance and creativity, self-expression, of joy and pleasure, of children. This is big, and you're going to have a lot of Pluto sextiles. Get excited. Get very excited. March 27th, Venus conjuncts Neptune. It's not on the whiteboard, but that also is at 29 degrees. Venus will retrograde in Pisces this day at 29 degrees. So do you see what's happening here? Things are about to get a little bit more spicier, right? Because now you've got Venus conjunct Neptune, conjunct Saturn, conjunct the North Node, conjunct the Moon, because the Moon will be in Pisces this day, and the Sun conjunct Mercury. And so we've got a 7-planet conjunction between Aries and Pisces because they all straddle the 0 degree point. They're from, at this point, like 24 degrees to like 9 degrees. But they're moving, right? So they're all going over that 0 degree, critical degree.
And it's new beginnings. You've got new stuff happening here to get really excited about as we move into the new moon solar eclipse on March 29th. That's happening in Aries. Libra, this is big. All right, so 7 a.m. is when it's going to happen. This is finishing up the eclipses that happened in Aries in your sign. If you remember, we had an eclipse in your sign last fall. Done. This is it. The last of it. The last of the series. How excited are you, Libra? How excited? This is hugely enterprising, but again, there could be some love stuff here. Any solar eclipse in Aries is bold and can be a breakthrough in itself. Remember, the ram. Aries is the ram. So please take action. Please have confidence. Take bold action, but also reassess where you want to be and what's happening in your life, where you want to be by the time we get to April. Now, this eclipse, all the cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, you, and Capricorn will feel it the most, as well as the fire signs, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, especially Leo, by the way. Leo, the sun is the ruler. And if you have any planets, if you know your birth chart, if you have any planets or the moon in Aries between 7 to 11 degrees, yes, you will absolutely feel this, okay? Absolutely. Mercury will re-enter Pisces, okay, this day. And now you have Mercury, Venus, Neptune, Saturn, the North Node conjuncting in Pisces until April 15th. So you can bet your life is about to change in a major way. This is all happening with Neptune moving into Aries, March 30th. Wow. Wow. Okay. Big month. And it's, again, that the solar eclipse in Aries is happening at the end of the month. Therefore, you're going to feel more of that in April. So, again, we'll talk more about it in your weekly forecast. There's a lot happening, all right? Even on the 30th, the last day, Chiron's going to be conjuncting the moon in Aries. So partnerships, relationships, legal matters, one-on-one connections, the biggest highlight for you, but for a lot of y'all, with work. Maybe even a vet, maybe even a doctor, maybe even a physical therapist, or it is your sixth house. Let's get started, Libra Nation. Let's see what's going on for you for March 2025. All right, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Libra, how are y'all doing? Libra Nation, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. If you I do a traditional call to cross spread. It does offer the best overview, and if we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. Secondly, Libra, I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Are you ready, by the way? Are you ready for April? We have a full moon in your sign. So when I say let's just get started. Okay. I'm going to take a sip of this. I want you to absorb this. Okay? Yeah. You're good. Like I said, life-changing month. You got the Queen of Wands. Look at you. Look at you go. Look at you. Listen, Queen of Wands, love her. Very charismatic. She has a great laugh. People gravitate toward her. They love her. She's very social. She's passion, right? That's what drives her. The passion for things. She attracts anything that she wants. This is the Queen of Wands. In touch with her shadow side. Confidence oozing. You're good. Queen of Wands is Aries. Okay? She's the entrepreneur. She's a businesswoman. Remember, you got the entire month, a lot of activity in Aries, okay? attract what you want. It seems like a lot of y'all are. It seems like a lot of y'all are really fired up with your passions too. Um, a lot of sexual energy, FYI. Okay. I would not be surprised if you're going down the route in terms of becoming a mother, grandmother, wanting that. Just to let you know. Okay. You got two queens here. You have the Queen of Pentacles and the Heart of your spread. Now, sure, she's the richest queen. She has a lot of money, resources. Her world is great. Talk about all these Neptune aspects, right? That world building. That's what she does. She gets to build the world that she wants to live in because she has the resources to do so and the care. And this is not a world just for her because she's very maternal. So for the people within her world as well, there's something new happening here where you're going to start feeling all this wealth in your life in all different capacities with the Queen of Pentacles and the Heart of your spread. But again, a lot of like home, family, relationship, that kind of energy, but work as well. You know, with that Queen of Pentacles, there's something new for sure. A lot of references with the Queen of Pentacles to the Magician. Yeah, so keep that in mind. So there's almost like something new brewing here because you've really connected with your feminine side. This is good. Okay, I'm just letting you know, it's good. You have that Six of Cups in your challenge area. All right. Yeah. The retrogrades may be a thing. Okay. Trust your intuition throughout the entire month. You're going to be fine. This card is highly associated with nostalgia. All right. Remember, with any retrogrades, people from the past come back. Venus retrograde in Aries. For you, yeah, that's former lovers. Okay. But again, can be anything, can be even be like a boss, friend, whatever it is, but don't be dismissive of it. Have those moments and don't close yourself off to anything because it could be with these retrogrades, it's like unfinished business with all these 29-degree aspects where it's cleaning house before moving into the next sign. Have those moments, okay? Because you do have that Seven of Swords in your crown, okay? No shortcuts. It's not that month. These eclipses, they mean business. Okay. Keep that in mind. All right. You got the Eight of Pentacles here. I mean, you're fine. You're good. You're out. It's just here. It's just, let's be honest with ourselves. Okay. About everything that we want. And there can be a little bit of confusion with the retrogrades. Yeah, sure. And Neptune and Pisces. So I'll give you that, but just know what you want. And this is more about having that awareness of doing something that's like, I'm doing something naughty, right? Face everything. I'll even get the Ace of Pentacles, clarifying that Seven of Swords. If you look, you see he's looking back. If you can look forward, right? If you can confidently look in the mirror and say, I'm doing everything to become the best version of myself. And if you can say that and do that and move forward, you got a lot waiting for you on the other side. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles. Now, the other thing is that there could be some of y'all where you, if it is someone within your world, right, that is doing something a little off, mischievous, setting off your, red flags, you've got to take care of it and not ignore it. All right. That's the results. Yeah. The Ace of Pentacles is the biggest pentacle in the deck. This new path for you. All right. It clears the headspace here. Okay. And then you are laser focused, right? With the Eight of Pentacles and the Root of your spread, who's laser focused and he's working toward his legacy, everything that he wants, right? And you want that. Look at all these pentacles. You want that. Pentacles are your physical reality, not just money and wealth, but there's this new path that you're going to move into, and the universe is going to take notice and say, that Libra down there, we really put them through the ringer since 2008 when they had Pluto in Capricorn. That was not the best. Like, anyway, you're good. Now, you've got the Wheel of Fortune attributed to Jupiter, the planet of good luck and good fortune, right? Very nice. 10, 1, 0 equals 1, new beginning. Very nice. You're good. You're really good here. Faded new path opening up for you and listen, here's the thing. Eclipses, like I say, can eclipse things out of your life. Surprisingly, like what just happened, right? But trust in the universe. Trust in the universe. Everything is going to work out, even in the moment, because eclipses can sometimes feel like tower moments if you're not like open to them or open to the possibility that something could go this way when you're going this way. You have to trust in the process, okay? They're putting you on your path, and you can see that here. You've got a lot of luck about you're moving in a good direction, okay? New path, a lot of luck. You're good. Let's get to your stuff, Libra. Oh my diddly days. There's just a lot happening for y'all. Libra, y'all, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on, Libra Nation. This is a big month. You've got a lot happening. And don't forget, and I just want to make this, again, very clear, because you do have that 7 of Swords in your crown. Don't forget, when we get to June, you've got Jupiter moving into your 10th house of fame and career and honors and achievements. You have so much to look forward to. All right. You know, I love y'all. Let's get to your stuff here. Oh, well, you're good. You're absolutely good. You got the 6 of Wands. That's amazing. Yeah, you're seeking it. I'm not surprised. You got that Queen of... This is all about eminence. The 6 of Wands, rising above. Yeah. And that's what I want you to do this month. In any circumstance, you just want to continue to rise above, raise your frequency. You're going to get all that, like I said, like even with the Sun conjuncting Saturn, like that validation, that applause, that, people paying attention to what you're doing. Yeah. And then you also being proud of yourself for all these achievements. I mean, this is victory and success. You got the Hanged Man in your external factors area. Yeah, this is going to be a month where everything changes. Prepare for it. The way that he is. He put himself upside down on purpose to see things in a new way, see the world in a new way, everything. This card is attributed to Neptune, therefore Pisces. Again, you've got a stellium in Pisces the entire month of March in your 6th house of everyday activities. There's going to be something. It's very spiritual. It's like this spiritual calling. Pay attention to that lunar eclipse in Virgo in your 12th house. It's very spiritual. All right. You may have this awakening, and maybe someone along your journey as well. That actually could open your eyes up to things too. Y'all are so social. I always say, communicate. Always communicate. You never know what doors you can open. Now, you got the 5 of Wands. That's fine. Where it is in your stuff, it's just say you're like, no more. I don't want any of that anymore. Any of that noise, any of that drama, any of that, like, egos at play. Like, nope. Leaving that back in February. All right. Remember, you do have that 6 of Wands here in a stronger place. So remember, I said rising above, and then the Page of Cups in your final outcome. So, yeah, this is love. This is new love. If you're seeking it, remember, date, but don't go to Vegas and tie the knot right away while Venus is retrograde. But this can also be something like a creative project, something work related. It's a Page of Cups. Also, messenger here. You'll be getting a message. But I feel that there is someone coming into your life in a really big way, and it's going to be this fated event. It can be in any capacity. Page of Cups is he's a big dreamer too. He wears his heart on his sleeve. We all love the Page of Cups, but there's like you are absolutely good. Your entire life is changing. Let's get to your let's break it down now. All right. First week, okay? First week of March. Venus will go retrograde, as we know. That's one of the biggest things. Mercury moving into Aries is huge. That's going to bring a lot of confidence for you. And then the Sun trine Mars on Friday, March 7th. Huge. And then Sunday, March 9th, happy daylight savings if you're in a part of the world that celebrates it. Let's see what's going on for you, Libra, for the first week of March. You got the moon. Yeah. Take that time. Listen, a lot of that Piscean energy that I talked about, that's a lot. Okay? And it is in your sixth house, which is, there's a lot there. All right? In the sixth house. So take that time, go within, and chisel away anything up here that's telling you like you're not good enough. Do you know what I mean? Like those voices. No, remember, we're moving up to that lunar eclipse where you're letting all that go anyway. And the moon is attributed to Pisces. That's why I say that. All right. So you even see the two columns here, the pillars, the towers, however you want to call it. There's something in the first week you may be a little hesitant on, but you've got to trust your intuition and doing what's right for you. Okay? Moon being intuition. Now, and you'll be fine. Now, the second week, you've got the Sun conjuncting Saturn and the big one, the lunar eclipse in Virgo. And, of course, all the other things, and Mercury going retrograde. Those are the main ones. Let's see what's going on for you for the second week of March. There you go. You got the Eight of Cups. You got an eclipse the week of the eclipse. Let's move forward. Okay, let's do it. I love that. Listen, coming after the moon, you're leaving that moment. You're having your emotional evolution, becoming stronger and more proud of yourself for being able to walk away from things that you know something's better for you on the other side, right? You have that clarity here too. So, really nice. Really, really nice. A lot of y'all are going to be leaving jobs into new jobs. Okay? Now, the third week, or even like teams or something for a new team. Now, where are we? Week 3. Yeah, we officially move into Aries season. And we have the Sun conjunct Venus. And this is when we start having a lot of those Pluto aspects that are so great for you. They're amazing. Okay. We'll talk about them in your weekly forecast, but just know you are going to have some big moments in love and romance and creativity. Okay. Maybe even children. Having children, grandchildren. Let's see what's going on for you for the third week of March. Pretty good. Page of Wands, Page of Cups. I love that. You got these two pages. Page of Wands, a lot of creative energy. Okay. And remember, your fifth house is so activated. Creativity. Just even the word create. Just create something. I told you, there are moments to create with that Page of Wands who's very creative. He wants to transform his life. And you see the wand. So again, something here with career or profession or just your passions and creativity. All right. Big. You are definitely feeling inspired and you're moving in a new direction. And the last week of March would be the big one with the new moon solar eclipse in Aries. Okay. And then Mercury going back to Pisces. And then Neptune moving into Aries. Oh, it's such a big month. All right, so let's see what's going on for you, Libra, for the last week of March. We got the Ten of Swords. It's all over. Anything up here that if you're over analyzing, or if there is that sense of this is a card where it's almost like, okay, I've just so much going on in my head that's putting a lot of weight on me. It's bringing me down. But it's a 10, so it's the end. And you see the sun coming out on the horizon. Remember 10, 0 equals 1, right? You have that here. Everything that you've been going through by the last week, it's time to not ignore them. Remember, yeah, that 7 swords. Any challenge that you've had, you've got to use them to feel empowered, so you never have to go through this cycle again. Okay? Remember, you're on a karmic journey, and everything's about learning and growing, like wiser, right? With that 10 of swords. So yeah, there could be a point in the last week where there's a moment where you have to just clear the decks and be okay with it, because April is going to be big. You think March is big? April's big too. I'll clarify that 10 of swords. You see? You clear the decks, you learn everything that you're supposed to learn, and use it to empower you, and then you set yourself free with that Knight of Swords. Again, the swords are all of pure. Okay? You're blazing forward at this point. With the 10 of Swords, it's a lot of putting things to bed up here. Again, even with that lunar eclipse in your 12th house, I'm like, ooh, that for Libra, it's such an interesting placement. But it would be more about you working on things that, if you're hard on yourself, if you're doing any self-sabotage, is being aware of that, you set yourself free. Yeah? When you do that work, you're going to be good. You've got so much to look forward to. You're great. You're good. But, with those swords, that's really the only thing, honestly. Just be honest with yourself. And if there's anything that's challenging for you, especially as the month starts with the moon, work with that energy, okay? Squash it. Libra, y'all are amazing. And with the second spread, yeah, we're gonna do it. We'll take a look at like career and love and other things. Okay. Next week we'll go deeper in the aspects. Okay. There's a lot, and yeah, that's it. If you like this reading, would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on, Libra. All right. If in tier 3 members, you know where to find the link for the second spread. Y'all are amazing. Libra, happy March. You're gonna be absolutely great, but just expect changes, okay? Expect a lot of changes, and just honestly, don't be hard on yourself. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye, Libra. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.